Hi everyone. My name once again is Eng Joe Lugemwa. I'm back again with my computer talk, pretty much from where we left off last time when we discussed about VPN and how it's used and what security it brings you and how it's applied. So things like those. So today I'm back again with another talk which is concerning user account security. User account security, actually, like when you get like normally in all computer systems, but this time I mean laptops, I mean desktops. Normally computers, they do by default, they have like a single account, actually, which we call root account. And this is actually like an administrator's account. Normally it's called the administrator's account. So once a computer is built, once you install software, you install programs, you install the drivers, then actually the computer boots up with a single account. And normally this is called administrator's account or a root account. So the root account gives the user, actually, sorry, njagala njogere program eno mu Luganda. Mbadde njagala kubeera, of course I'll be mixing in a few words of English here and there. Naye nga the intention actually is to present this one in Luganda. And so mbadde ngamba nti computer bwe bazikola oba bw'oteekako software oba ng'ogifunye mu bupya ng'eriko software waayo n'ojja ogiteeka oba ogikozesa ku woofiisi yo oba waka. Normally computer bw'eva mu factory oba bw'ova mu dduuka gy'ogiguze wa supplier wo, eriko operating system, eriko all programs zeweetaaga, normally ebeerako account emu. And actually account eno, kugamba actually account we mean where the actually for you a way of accessing, engeri gy'ojja accessing nti kubeerako kugamba wo typingamu erinnya lyo oba password kye tuyita account. So nosobola okukola ki nesobola okulaga screen gy'osobola okukolerako ebintu, oba olaba films oba olaba videos oba owandika documents oba osoma emails, things like those. That's what we call like account. The way how to log on to the computer, that's what we call account. So but normally nga batugambye nti bw'oba ogifunye computer normally ebeerako account emu, and the account emu original, unless someone did it for you or without your intention or when you are not aware, nenga normally bw'ogijja mu dduuka oba ogifunye ebeerako account emu. And account eyo okwologingako gye bayita administrator account. Actually ye account esookerwako oba mu lulimi lwa computer bagiyita root account. Kati then root account eyo ekibeere ekyenjawulo nti ekuwa access to everything you can, buli kintu kyosobola okukola ku computer. And okay, you can install software, you can remove software, you can kind of install printers, you can actually change a lot of actually computer settings. You can actually add on new users as a users, that's what as an additional account, things like those actually. And ngera bato mu introduction yaffe eri eyasooka twakiyita privileges, ze bayita enkizo computer gy'okuwa nti okukola ebintu ebyo byonna osobola obikola nga osinziira ku account gye bayita administrator's account. Kakati naye kugamba mu computer advice or when you consult like a computer professionals, tetutera ku advisinga muntu kukozesa computer yo awaka oba unless ng'olina reason to do that, but you shouldn't use your computer nga oli ku account eyo gye bayita root account oba administrators account olw'okuba account eyo ekola ebintu bingi and actually kyogezaako kukola okukozesa computer yo peacefully kwe kubeera nti olina security nti omuntu tasobola gikola ki giloginga onto so bwaloginga onto computer yo nga tomuwadde authorization kibayita hacking kiba kitegeeza nti asobola okwonoona nankani files zonna asobola kind of okutaking all important information data which would have been private omanyi mu computer actually waliwo part of abasoma bya computer waliwo part gye bayita computer law okitegeera namwo mulimu nankani computer acts actually mwe mugira byonna ebya data protection acts kati nga wano mu UK oba actually mu European Union kibayita GDPR general GDPR actually in full kiri general data protection oba oyinza okuteekako act or regulations something like that general data protection regulations so byonna biri nankani all those kind of in mu computer law so mu computer law mulimu omuntu oyina okukozesa oyina right oba privileges oyina gamba okuba nti oyina right ku information yoyina computer yo nga muntu n'ogikozesa actually bakiyita ki kind of law legal language bayita enjoying your kind of your property without kind of incumbrances without kind of or interference okitegeera from external interference or internal interference within your company or people who are kind of everywhere on the website. Let me say they are in China or they are in Japan or they are, let me say, in Malawi or Zimbabwe or South Africa or maybe Jamaica, so all over the world. So you have to enjoy and have kind of a private use of your computer without interferences, and your data has to be protected without kind of external forces coming in like to damage your computer or compromise your data, things like that. So all those are kind of big web data protection acts, things like those. So that's from that background yensonga lwaki computer oyina okubeera careful ne account ki gy'ogilogingiddeko o typinga email giweereza China oba India o logingiddeko ku account ki. So kyetugambye nti account eyo ya administrators account njagadde nkistressing abantu bakitegeere kiri very very important. Abantu bayinza kirabanga some people may look at this as kind of being trivial, but it's very important because actually this is the background from where people lose their lives or people lose their businesses, because what happens, like in computer we have hackers, and actually the hackers we classify them like more than maybe 3 categories actually, but we have basically the known categories. They are black hackers. Those are people who come in and damage your computer, or they can damage your data, or they can crash your computer and then you lose everything. And actually, or they can send you viruses, things like that. They are like black hackers. And then they are actually white hackers, people who come in, or actually who, but the white hackers actually, they are more of people who are technical, people like us who are like into like the computer science professional. So, but because we come in, maybe we're trying to test and see kind of creative, it's designing or testing system efficiency. So we also do hack, but in that case, that is because actually you are hacking just to make sure that you come up with a reliable kind of confidential system which no one can easily access. So, but to test that, sometimes you can hack. By this, sometimes you end up like maybe people who have been kind of discontinued from work, and then eventually they were white hackers, and then they revolve into black hackers because they have all this kind of knowledge which they go and they use. But anyway, if you are a professional, an IT professional, because actually this, I mean, you have regulations under which you operate, no kind of serious IT professional who or kind of regard his profession or job as important would involve oneself into that. But these are people who are kind of desperate or kind of frustrated in life, who end up into turning up into black hackers, because actually in that, then once you are caught, then you can lose all your license, and maybe in countries like these European countries, maybe you may never touch a computer again once you found that you are a professional, but then you've delayed into being like a black hacker, from deteriorating from being a white hacker. So that's actually the background. So ntikale kyetugamba nti ki computer yoba ino giprotectinga nobanga okozesa account nti omuntu tasobola kola ki ko yingira mu computer yo kwakalwamu inzo okuba oba laptop obitadde ku desk yo liko byokola najja nakozesa actually password yo yennyini na logging into naraba information erimu eri private oba abantu abamu ba asobola okukola ki actually batuyita drive by hackers asobola okubeera oba near wall oba asobola okuaccessinga wifi router yo na logging into that, and then so na accessinga computer yo oba abalala computer zina kyetuyita RDP, which is actually a remote desktop protocol. Remote desktop protocol. Actually, that's why abajukira mo one of my talk about computer, what is a computer, na discouraging nnyo abantu obutakozesa Internet Explorer. That's for on all the operating systems like Windows XP, Windows Vista, stuff like that. It's called the Internet Explorer. But with the new kind of software like Windows 10, it's called the Microsoft Edge. So Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge, unless you have a reason and a strong reason, but normally you shouldn't use it, because yes, it's a very nice kind of operating, web browsing kind of program, but because it's be so powerful to the extent that anyone remotely or from a distance or from a remote computer can access all the information on your computer through Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. So that's actually the background that you can opt, unless you have a reason, but you can opt out to use other types of web browsers. So kale onolwekyo kiba kitegeeza nti olina okubeera careful nti omuntu takola ki etagira logging into your computer, and kyetugenda nti bw'abaana ddala ologinze ku your computer ng'okozesa administrators account, ye account erina privileges zonna, kiba kitegeeza nga kwoli n'omuntu omulala asobola okubeera mu background n'alogingako through a remote connection. You can still see your screen, but still someone else can still be in the background and fish out all this information, which may be very important and actually can lead to maybe sometimes lose of business and stuff like that, or lose of life, because actually if you are here in the UK and you are planning to travel to Jamaica and someone is in the background kind of fishing out all this information, okay, you bought an air ticket and so you are traveling to Jamaica next week, that implies that someone can still kind of track you, know where you're gonna kind of be residing, which hotel you'll be staying overnight, and all that kind of information, which can really be very dangerous. People may look at it as trivial, but it's very, very dangerous. That I say actually hackers, they do take that information which people would think is inconsequential, but to them it makes a big sense, and once they get that kind of information, they feel like they've got a big catch. So kale kati so computer okwewala ebyo byonna abantu okukola taking up information, okugicrashing, okusindikira software, ye reason lwaki tusalawo ntugamba computer togikozesa ku administrator's account, ndo sejo expressions enough. So what you do, you create through administrator's account, or administrator's account akuwa all those privileges to create account. So you create another account which is called a kind of a normal user account. So normal user account. So in this talk today, we shall be seeing all these, how you get to normal user account, you'll actually try to zoom out this. Kankendezeko wano mbenga nsobola okukola ki okubanga nsobola okuteekako information endala abanetubanga fena tufollowingira wamu kati so kubanga olwaleero tugambye tuli topic ya factually including user account security gye twogerako olwaleero so mu user account security kitwaliramu ebintu nga erinnya lyologingirako ku computer gye tuyita username and kitwaliramu a password oba ebimu tebisobola bikyusa mu Luganda directly ebindoza gamba password oba okiyita of course osobola okiyita ekintu kyonna naye nga ye password ndoza lesigala nga password gamba gyoteekamu oba information gyoteekamu nesobola okukkiriza kiringa ekisumuluzo password katuyita ekisumuluzo kyoteekamu liri linnya lyologingira lyotypingamu ntyo kenze kawinza okweyita Tom oba Kawanga then nolokotekamu ekisumuluzo kikuyingizamu ye password okitegeera then kati so those are the topics yetwogerako right then another part of the underneath that tuyina login name so login name actually yo concerninga kuki ku bazita web based kind of software. So web-based software or web-based programs, like it can be actually Hotmail. If you are logging into Hotmail, those are web-based programs, or if you are logging into Yahoo, as an email, those are web-based programs, or if you are logging into Skype, those are web-based programs. So nga twogera kunanka to discourage kwagamba computer okukola okufuna good security oba wetaaga a good user name, then wetaaga a strong password, then wetaaga okuba careful with a kind of the login name, how you create your login name for the web-based programs. So and in that case so tujatandika ne user account. So ku program ku nankan actually excuse me munsonyiwe ku katonda nayo what happens leero wano omusana gwakanyo mu UK anyway it's normal where it's part of life so omusana guliango gwakanyo wano mu UK and because it's always good and quiet and much better to present from the car. I wouldn't want it really, so because but sometimes it's inevitable. But it just is out of like the quietness you desire sometimes to present things like this that you end up like actually presenting from a car. But it's not an idea I would buy much. So, but sometimes you can't avoid it, and so that's why for ended up myself here. I'm more of like being bored in the car band. So, but anyway, I'll manage because I'm gonna try not to make this longer than necessary. So actually, to Gambia user account security, including a good username, then including a strong password, then including a good kind of login name for the web-based applications, like we said, like a Hotmail, kind of Hotmail account, or you have Yahoo account, or you are using Skype. Those are web-based. Then, so user account, username, if you get batandisa nayo. So username is always very discouraged in computer ethics. I mean, kind of techniques to use. To use like a good username. Because what happen, you need actually to use a good username, which shouldn't necessarily be your name, and which should not necessarily be your wife's name or your kind of daughter's name, things like those, which are kind of easier, because all this you are doing it to avoid hackers taking away your information or destroying your data, stuff like that. So, but at times we all kind of fall prey of this kind of problem of hackers. But it's out of negligence. It's not out of ignorance sometimes. But if you know and you take this thing seriously, it's always advisable that you don't use your name as a username to log onto the computer, because what happens, the hackers are gonna always try to remotely access your computer, or actually physically. In fact, if it's a laptop someone has got access to, we'll always try several times that when you boot it up, then someone can see your username and then maybe try to type it and then, or try to create a password. But if it's like the people who are doing like who are kind of web-based hackers, for those normally when you use like this simple username, what you want, but they are very careful about what username you use. Nti ogamba kale karugambe senga like for me, I'm Engineer Joe, and nina email account nayo eriko Engineer Joe. Oje kiraba kati naye it can so happen nti still I've used the same name as my login name onto the computer. Okitegeera nga username. Okitegeera kutu the computer. Kiba kitegeeza hacker agezaako okuyingira mu computer yo oba omwanguyiriza omulimu, which implies because actually to access a computer to log in, you need two things. You need a password, and then you need a login name or username. So you need a username in this case, because we are talking about a laptop or a computer which you physically sit on to log in. That's a username. So you need two things. You need a username, and you need a password. So for someone who is remotely kind of trying to fish your information, try to hack into your computer, kati bw'obanga omukoledde omuwadde afunye username yo ng'agijja ku email yo, kuba kati kalugambe nyinza okukola nankani email yange nze Tom assuming kanengamba erinnya nze Tom kanengamba nti okay Tom at hotmail.co.ug or .uk. So kiba kitegeeza already ategedde nti kakati at least amanyiko erinnya erimu erya Tom, oyinza okubeera nga ne computer yo lyokozesa nga username. Then ye kati kyaba asigadde okunoonya okuzuula password yo yeriwa. Kati oba omwanguyiriza omulimu, kiba kitegeeza mu kifo ky'okunoonya ebintu ebibiri at least ekimu akifunye. Kati alina erinnya lyokozesa okuloginga ku computer. Kati ye kyagenda okukola kyokka kunoonya password agigezeeko emirundi mingi. Somehow olumu abantu genda tukola password okusinziira oba ku kika ky'emmotoka gy'ovuga. Kalugambe eyinza okuba a kind of Toyota Camry. Kati namanya ku musajja onalabika olwokuba avuga Toyota Camry, and then maybe I rotate around there. Oba namanya ekintu kyasinga okwagala oba mutabani wo oba mwana oba mukyala wo, kanamanya nti okay ati sinyina username ye nga Tom, kati kanoonye password mu ebyo ebintu. Kati nagezaako ku linnya ly'omukyala ne ligaana, then nagezaako ku nankani yawa linnya ly'emmotoka yo ne ligaana. Somehow ayinza okubeera lake nagezaako ku linnya lya mutabani wo gwosinga okwagala, oba akaba mutimbaga nti oba George 1, okitegeera oba mubateekako nanka password eziriko 1. Kale somehow nabeera successful naloginga in, naye nga akisobodde atya okukifuna amangu bw'atyo olw'okuba nti already omwanguyiriza ye akopye erinnya eriri ku email yo, okitegeera n'amanya nti okay kirabika era eno ye user account ye, username ye gy'akozesa okuloginga ku computer, kandi ye n'abanga anoonya bunoonya password. Kale from that from that perspective, that's where it's always advisable that you don't use a username to log onto your computer for which name you use to other web-based applications like a Hotmail, like a Yahoo, like a Skype. So computer name yo, username yo ku computer should totally be different from those other usernames you use for your web-based application. Your background. When we come to a password, Password works in such a way. Well, of course, it's always advisable that you kind of use a password which yandibadde etwaliramu ennyukuta numbers okitegeera mwandibaddemu tuziyite ki when you put them in Uganda sometimes it's not easy to get. Bwandibadde oba symbols, what would you say? Bwandibadde obuntu obubonero kale oyinza okukozesa obubonero kayinza okuba kakugatta symbols bwe bubonero oba kayinza okuba ka pound kati so wandibadde okola nankani. I don't know if I can write here like a kind of a simple kind of example of password. Katugambe senga obadde oyagala because abamu bagenda ne bakozesa nnyo, this is very common, omuntu addira a password era n'agikozesera nga ye password okitegeera, which normally it's a no because most hackers they always gonna try with that and say okay maybe he's gonna, even though you are not even advised to change what is around nti oba n'osoosa ekisembayo n'ekisemero naye kati assuming you want to create a strong password. A strong password is bawa amagezi nti yandibadde including ebeeramu numbers, yandibadde kugamba ennyukuta oba ennyukuta n'emiwendo bwekityo kati deni nebeeramu negundi n'obubonero okitegeera. Kati senga obadde twashuminge nti okoyagala kukola password yo ebeere Kampala, katugambe nga Kampala, Kampala. So oba ogikola like that, and actually normally one of the things that's what I've done mo password. One of the strong rule they advise you never start your password with a capital letter because once you do that, because that's what everyone does, to write anything normal by nature we start with capital letters, but in password kind of techniques it's always discouraged to start your password with a capital letter. So it's always better you start your password with as a kind of a lowercase letter. So mbadde ngamba assuming you want your password ng'eyagala kubeera Kampala nti yeba password yo kati baba bategeeza okuincludinga normally password eriko length kuba kati ekigambo ekyo Kampala endoza ziri ennyukuta nga 7 naye at least password amateeka ga password baba bakwetaagisa ennyukuta ezisuka mu 6 zandibadde more than 6 characters almost to the maximum of about 20 characters okitegeera kale nti wandibadde weewala okukola ki okuba nti oteekamu capital letter mu kusooka naye woba olina okumixingamu symbols and letters naye nga normally a good technique yandibadde nti osobola okukozesa erinnya kugamba kati nga Kampala kati to make your kind of password strong kati naye in addition to that oyinza okwongerako oba erinnya lya mutabani wo katugamba oba ye Moze okitegeera. So nebeera nti password yo eri Kampala Moze ba naye era ekyo kati kyetugamba kiri nti password yo yandibadde ebeeramu symbols, yandibadde ebeeramu numbers, letters, then upper and lower cases bwekityo kati. So what you can do oyinza era still okukola ki okukyusa okukola strong password zino zennyini nnyukuta zoyinza era okukyusa okitegeera nti okay password yo ye Kampala then oteekako Moze ne oyinza okukozesa password yemu nga Kampala okitegeera for the rest of your kind of passwords ezimwe eziri web based logon kind of oba you log on to more than one computer nokoza nenga you can change the next word you add on to Kampala because from that it becomes easier that you can always remember, and actually if you tend to forget it's always you get kind of oba oyina wangu rotating na uga ntoke mba nera bidoke oba nakozesa Moses oba nyinzo kozesa okuba nakozesa Michael oba nakozesa John na ye kat once you get that kiba advisable nti muno otekemu numbers and letters so kati assuming bwe yagadde okwandikanga Kampala oyinzo ganti kati 1 kugayandibadde nga L oyinzo gifuulanga nga I okitegeera kuba that's a symbol and then K I mean A oyinzo gifuula obanga art it's something like that that's also a symbol kati oyinzo gifuula nga number kagambe nga P oyinzo gifuula nga 9 then where you assume that you will change your 9 to be P so technically that's Kampala and if you are to type that Kampala Mose something like that so a good password and so if you are to type actually if you want it you can even change or to be ezimo inzo skipping oba no gireka nga teriwo ne Mose no manya ntoke wa skipping o ne banga teriwo oba no wandikawo 0 no kitegeera somehow I mean kiba kitegeeza okalubiriza whoever will try to buli muntu yandibadde buli muntu yena ali agezaako okuyingira mu computer yo agidamaging oba atwale information yo oba akutuuseeko nankani obuzibu bwonna bwoyinza okuba nga totegedde so naye nga kale that's one of the kind of example ya strong password bwe yandibadde then bw'ogenda ku login name gye twakoze tujogeddeko ne tugamba nti login name actually yeki lyerinnya lyokozesa okuloginga in to web based applications ye login name so login name erina okuba nga eri different from your username on the computer login name kati gye tugambye nyinza okuba nga nze Tom kati nga email yange eri tom@yahoo.com so that's the login name eya web-based application nga Yahoo so that should never be used as your username to log on to the PC because someone will already over the crew whoever is trying to be your hacker to access your information so that's the background from which we are explaining this so kyetwogeddeko ekya computer account creatinga tulagana nkani computer account creatinga computer account the chikabuzinzi zintambudemuko ne natero okumaliriza so creatinga computer account kiri ogenda ku osobola typing just control panel control panel so control panel ebejja kuwa so from control panel kwa tugambye wandibadde tokozesa ko account erina administration rights yandibadde erina akubeera accounting eri ne limited rights limited rights bagiyita user just user normal user account so to create a normal user account eyo oba ogenda ku control panel no typing am then ne kuletera information eyo then no choosing no genda ku user accounts then no clicking ku user accounts then no selecting add more user kakati olaba wano olwokuba nonze kati olaba window yempadde eba engamba ngeri kyembadde nyinyonyola that's how I use my computer even me I don't use my computer logged on as an administrator right with an account with administrator right I use my computer with a limited user account and normal user account so that chovola anti sobola kola kintu kyonna sobola kukyusa kintu kyonna sobola ku creating account that's what happens so omuntu akwackinga oba akusindikidde software no mukirikingako nayagala ye installing ku computer kikulabula mangu ndikubanga umanyano gani software setter ku installing software lwaki endaga nti installing software kubanga ekusaba password eya account eri eya administrator osobola okuinstallinga software so bwebanga intention yo tibadde ya kuinstallinga software kuba once bo installinga software nga your system crashes kati out of from this gives you like extra security that whatever you click in okugamba obeera aware ogamba badde sintenga ku nsonga kikansolinga ate tewaba kiba kitegeeza meanwhile ng'oli ku computer yo okola tewaba programs ze installinga ku computer yo in the background eri muziyinza okuba nankani malware okitegeera or spyware things like those nga ziinstallinga mu background olwokuba ologinzeeko nga oli ku kind of an account with user account of administrator. So this is what happens. So wano embuuza nteekemu nankani password olwokuba account gyendiko temper rights ku installinga kintu kyonna ku computer temper rights ku changinga anything on this computer. So in that case mba nteekamu password neryoka enzikiriza mba ntaddemu password eri ya account era account endala eriko administrator mugiraba wano yeno eriko ki Joel yeriko administrator rights. Kalolaba account gyembadde nkolerako yeno eriko Joe ye eina is a local bagita normal user oba local user account. So ya local user account. So that's why for you to access for me to access from here to access here, so mbanyine oba olina okubanga omanyi password eya account eri endala ya administrator. So kikukuwa security nti n'omuntu omulala yenna abatasobola kukola ki kuinstallingako software yange okolerako oba oli ku internet okuki olwokuba abatalina rights unless nga ya phishing adda n'afuna password yo eri account eri endala. So that's what I'm trying to explain here. And so from here oba osobola bogenda onoga nti add new user whatever kuwa account zonna eziriko kati computer emu osobola oteekako user accounts abantu obanga 10 omuyinza okuba ne computer emu kiba kitegeeza mutabani bw'aba akozesa computer eyo aloginga ku account ye naawe taata w'abaana bw'oba okozesa computer emu oba laptop ologinga ku account yo then ne maama w'abaana bw'aba agikozesa naye abeerako ne account ye then n'omuwala wammwe naye bw'abanga akozesa computer naye abeerako n'account ye kati oyinza okubeerako n'account nga 7 oba ne maama we abeera waka n'abanga naye alinako account ye okitegeera kali nga buli abakozesa kiba kitegeeza information yo gy'otedde eri owesayidi eno tagiraba owa account endala tagiraba unless nga nyini computer yalina administration right ya asobola okulaba account zonna. So kati wano oba oyagala okuteekako account endala ogenda bugenzi add new user account. So nowandiika oba account name nogamba oba John, that's the username, and oyinza actually kuba kitegeeza kuga nti ne John oyinza odduwandika mulala nti omuntu tasobola kukola kito tedijja it will never look like what you can use to your web-based kind of applications. And then so you can type in a password which can be twagambye tuyinza okukozesanga Kampala 1 2 3. So tuyinza okukozesa oba Kampala 1 2 3, something like that. Hope that matches. Yeah, it does match. So wano kibayita password hint. Oyinza obutayogera password hint yo yonna eriki era here you have to be very careful kuba olumu omuntu aba afunye access yo yasobola making a nankan password hint oba kati olwokuba twakozesa password eri Kampala gwe password hint yo oyinza ogiyita oba oba pala something like that. Nomanya okay that is the normal password nze gyenkozesa oyinza ogikusanga pal nomanya noba ngojja kimalayo nti password yo obogimanyi gyokozesa. So togifuula yonna full string gite account yenu kubanga then omuntu afunirawo kulwawo. So then nogenda ku next. Okay, ndo password nagitype nze ndoza kwikire nekola nankani kanjidemu eyegiganyi 1 2 3. Yeah, so that's it, and actually finish. So as you can see here, tuinako kuno account tuinako account maker satu users. Now tuinako user omulala yandibadde nga owokuna nga ye John. So that's how I've decided to write John with 7. And of course, just to achieve what we've been saying, you have to be very careful obutakozesa login name. I mean, butakola a username which may end up being similar to your login name to a web-based kind of application. So basically, not to make this video longer than it should be, I think I will be forced to end this here, and I will just one second, and I will carry on from there next time. I'll carry on from there next time. Of course, nebaza nnyo mwena abakola ki abatekinze interest mu videos affairs, actually talks in a way ze tukolageza kukola ki okusomesa abantu computer. I'm sorry, nandyagadde nnyo n'akalinzo zibeere, I mean less than 30 minutes, but it looks like this being like a computer science, it's hard to achieve it. And because the terminology, you need to explain them like in details for someone to pick them. And actually, even what I had to present today, looks it ended up being less than what I wanted to achieve. And actually, so next time I will kind of course take on from where I left. But I mean, for today, that this is what I managed to present. Yeah, thank you very much for everyone who is giving me encouragement to continue doing this. And of course, I'm doing this while we are in the quarantine, so I just thought maybe our people are gonna kind of like stuff like this. So I mean, and so that's why I'll be onto this until the end of the quarantine. So I'll keep you posted. Keep watching out for new videos with those I'll be posting. And but yeah, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.